Welcome back to Random TV Reviews. I'm your girl Lynette.
I'm your boy Stanley.
Empire, Season 2, Episode 8, My Bad Parts. Before we get into that, we need to brag for like 2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Today, I was called with an exciting type of call where you're like, did somebody die? Or we extra excited about something? Long story short, we did a review of the Patti LaBelle pie on our other channel.
Yeah, as we told y'all. And
it went viral. We didn't mean for it to go viral. But today, we were featured on Inside Edition.
Inside Edition.
Twice. So we're going to leave a link to that in the description field. It feels amazing. The moment just feels amazing.
Yeah.
We didn't get no money or nothing, but,
yeah,
you know, just little old us.
Yeah.
Our channel, our vlogging channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
But enough with that.
But enough with
review.
That. So we start off with Becky. Lord Jesus. Becky is trying to talk Lucius out of setting up this freaking battle between Frida and Hakeem. She was like, there's got to be another way to do this.
Not Lucius yet.
Yeah, so Lucius is at Club Leviticus. He's talking to the vloggers and the bloggers. He's telling them, which I like how he put that little plug in there. You know, I like what y'all do. I like that you can get the stuff out immediately. It's factual. Mm-hmm. It's of good quality. I said, sell vlogging and blogging to the people, Lucius.
Do it.
So he of course, he features Frida for a little bit, get her warmed up or whatever. It wasn't nothing big about that daggone scene.
Yeah.
So Hakeem is with old Laura.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, Laura is a virgin. And she's ready to give up the goods to Hakeem. That was really fast to me.
Mm-hmm. Been together for 2 days.
Yeah. So Hakeem is being a gentleman about it. He was like, we can go as fast as you want to, as slow as you want to. Is this really what you want to do? And then he proceeds to lay her back on the pool table. And I'm like, this is really how you want to lose your virginity on a pool table? I mean, what I ate.
But hey, we all lost our virginity in a crazy way.
Yeah, I lost mine in my grandma's
Yeah,
bed.
so we can't judge.
Yeah, I'm not going to judge you.
Said, yeah.
Well, yes, I am.
No.
But anyway, so as soon as he wants to start putting the moves and the kiss down on Laura, his telephone goes off.
That text.
He gets a text that, look, Frida's talking mad skit about you.
Yeah.
So, of course, Hakeem is like, what you talking about?
Let me go to the compute and check and see what's going on with this crap that she doing.
Mm-hmm. So she calls him, daddy's little girl and all that. All the stuff that gets underneath of Hakeem's skin. So that's basically it for that.
Yeah.
So then we switch on to this scene where we're in the boardroom and Jamal is sitting there just as giddy as he can be. Like
he was high as a cat, like he been.
Jamal was high.
Yeah.
I kept saying, "Is Jamal high?"
He was.
So they was, demoing this what could be a Pepsi commercial, which will be awesome for Jamal.
Mm-hmm.
Lucius is hecka excited, but kind of too excited, not too excited. It was just all over the place, but Jamal was on cloud 9 before he even had the gig. So
he was way out there.
So they was pretty much telling him, we'll work with you. We won't interfere with your art. But we'll just guide you. We'll make sure that you're a winner. And I was like, why don't you just give it to him? It was like 10 other people that they were considering.
Just go and hand it to him.
So we see this scene where Hakeem, I say, y'all bring technology to the forefront for our tale. Hakeem is on Periscope.
Yeah.
With the hearts and everything. Y'all know how we do.
It was a fake Periscope, but we understand what he was doing.
We know it was Periscope. And he's saying that he's going to go battle Frida for his last name. I was like, Hakeem, do you really want to do that?
Want to go up against Frida? Because that child can spit.
I
ain't even going to front. That child is beast.
So then we get this scene where Boo Boo Kitty is standing in front of the mirror with a knife. And I said, did she slit her wrist?
I thought she would get ready to commit suicide. I was like, don't do it.
I'm still confused, though. Are you?
Yeah, I'm still confused because I don't know what she was doing with the knife.
So she had the knife and she was rubbing her cute little fingernails across the knife. And I was like, what is happening here? And then in the other hand, she reveals a pregnancy test. I said, oh, God, she's pregnant.
It's a knife pregnancy test.
But she hadn't even taken the test yet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is she planning on doing?
So is she going to kill herself when she finds out she's pregnant?
I was like, is she trying to give herself a self-abortion? I was so confused.
If y'all understand that, please let us know, because I'm confused.
So then she sits on the toilet, and then she proceeds to do the pregnancy test, and indeed,
I have a little problem with that.
Why?
Because all the pregnancy tests I've seen, I ain't never ever see it say pregnant.
Oh, that's new, yeah.
That's new. That's a new crap.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
because we don't take pregnancy tests around here.
Yeah, cause I'm just used to no line
or
no line. That's what I was looking for. But that just said pregnant.
Yeah, it do now. It say
you can't even guess. So I'll let you know.
Uh-huh.
Player, you're pregnant.
Right. So no, that was great technology. It learned you something tonight.
Yeah, you learned me something.
So we at Cookie's place. I can't remember the name of her place, but Laz is there. I'm over him, but he didn't have a big scene this time. So good. And awesome. Hakeem comes in. Hakeem is not feeling him at all.
Not a
He's
bit.
giving it to him. But Laz is giving it to him back. He was like, look, first of all, you don't even need to be talking to me.
Yeah, you just a whack
promoter. Where's the flyers at around here?
Yeah.
They're supposed to be on the wall. I don't see
no flyers. Yeah.
So it became a part where Hakeem was getting more disrespectful with him. Laz won't try to take it. Laz
pushed him.
Boosh.
Hakeem pushed him back.
And all I saw was Cookie.
Bow!
Don't you
ever touch my son.
I said, that's how you do
it,
Mama.
That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, right. So thank you, Cookie, for that.
Thank y'all.
And so then we end up with Cookie is over at Jamal's. I just want everybody to get back together.
Yeah.
It's like on the 5 Heartbeats. Can we get the band back together, man?
He said, I was just doing some things. I think we ought to get back together.
Yeah. So Cookie over there making her bologna sandwich or whatever she was making, trying to get Jamal's stuff ready for this Pepsi commercial or whatever. And all of a sudden
Lucius out of nowhere.
He at the door. Of course, because they see everything on the screen. Cookie hurry up and runs in the closet.
Eating her bologna sandwich.
Eating the sandwich. But I just sounded like off of Friday. Eating a big A bologna sandwich. And Lucius comes up. And he spots Cookie's coat. He said, "What your mama coat doing here?"
Your mama coat doing here.
Jamal, he did that thing fast. He was like, "Your mama leaves stuff over here all the time."
Come on, let's go to the studio and record this song.
And I was like, "So does Lucius know your mama visits you, and that's why it goes over smooth like that? Because it still shouldn't have went over smooth like that to me."
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
So Anika runs into Andre's wife. I can't think of her name. Rhonda, that's her name.
Rhonda, yeah. At this.
But where were they?
At this crazy location, like
it looked like tropical smoothie.
Yeah, maybe it was Smoothie King.
Smoothie King. They just talking about nothing. But Rhonda's confirming that she's pregnant, y'all. So she may be a good liar, or she fooled all of us.
Yeah, or maybe she just got pregnant.
So she's telling Anika that things have changed since I've been pregnant. He's more attentive. He just stops by the house. He just wants to talk. I mean,
yeah, and that's Lucius at that she's talking about.
And I was like, so Anika's wheels started turning, right?
Like, oh.
And I said, who the heck are you pregnant by, though?
Yeah, is you pregnant by Hakeem or you pregnant by Lucius?
If she pregnant by either one of the lions, she said. I ain't trying to say it like that, but
she said for life.
Yeah, so Hakeem, he's kind of in his feelings about, Cookie working with Jamal so much. I could feel Hakeem on that because it's almost like you got me, but I'm playing second string to your golden boy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, am I not good enough? Why is it that you always got to push Jamal so bad? He over there with Dad. Let him stay over there with Dad. I get it. You get it?
I get it.
So, Hakeem was like, do you love Jamal more? She was like, no, I don't love him more. I have a vision. And if I push him out there, then you could come up the ranks. But in Hakeem's mind, he was like, why can't I be the one that explodes this thing without the help of my brother?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
But I heard parents deal with that thing. They have a different relationship with each child. So they deal with each child on a different level.
Stanley, you should know you should know that.
But as I was saying, so sometimes the kids don't understand that I gotta deal with this one this way and deal with the other one that way.
Yeah.
So
you have to customize.
Yeah, so you have to customize. Of course, the kids don't understand that sometimes until they get older and mature and understand that mama really didn't hate me. She did love me. She just dealt with me
she just had to
at the level that I was at.
Yeah.
That's free counseling for you.
Yeah, we ain't gonna charge you for that one.
Nah, that's for free.
So Anika comes over to Hakeem's place, all dolled up, just looking just as cute as she want to be. She done kicked her shoes off. She pushing all up on Jamal, but not Jamal. Ooh, Hakeem.
Oh, Hakeem, yeah, not
and
Jamal.
Hakeem pushed her up off. I was like, ooh.
I said, this battle got you messed up that much, player?
Yeah, so, he's telling Anika, I'm really in a headspace where I'm just worried about this battle.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. And Anika goes to put the moves on him. She climbs all up on his lap or whatever. And Hakeem was like,
can we talk and don't touch?
Yeah, can we talk and don't touch?
She was like, no.
And he was like, look, I'm in love.
Yeah, I was like, Jamal in love?
Hakeem.
I said Jamal. You got me saying Jamal.
I know.
Hakeem in love? The player of all players from the Himalayas is in love?
But that is a lesson to everybody.
Yeah.
Don't give it up fast. Play hard to get. They love it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
When you act uninterested, they love it.
Yep.
If you act like you into them, they're like, okay, next.
Yep, he been a puppy running up her hind paws ever since she shut him down in that park.
And gave him nothing. So Anika was going to tell him that she was pregnant, but when he said he was in love with old girl, Anika just was like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and leave. I said, ooh. This ain't, Like Carol hasn't known.
So I don't know if she's alluding that she was going to tell him that she's pregnant by him, or was she going to tell him that I'm pregnant by your dad? I don't know what direction that was going to go.
Yeah, when she did the pregnancy test, she called Hakeem. So I don't know.
I don't know.
Either way, she looks like a
what?
So Jamal is in this studio with the Congo. It was dope at the end though. Cookie comes in and I said, oh, okay, he's working with Cookie on the Pepsi song. And then here come Lucius. So them two go at it immediately. I'm not going to do this.
They just...
Jamal's whole thing is, I like his bass line. I like your instrument.
Yeah.
We going to merge this thing together. It worked for like a half a second. And then, of course, you know how Lucius does. He pulls the power move. I'm paying for this. Jamal said, no, you're not. I'm paying for this. He backed down again. So they started trying to get in the song. Lucius ain't like the way the song was going. He said, I'm out. Cookie said, I'm out. Jamal said, forget both of y'all. I'm out. I said, ooh, it worked. Ooh. Jamal, really? It's going to go down like that. So
yeah.
I said, thank you. So when they was getting ready to leave, Cookie and Lucius, that is, they, of course, they having words. Cookie got her shoe all up in his face. And I said, that's some love for your hind paws.
Yeah, they love each other.
That is some love for your hind paws.
Yeah.
And so they pretty much did this. Why did they do a bet like this?
Yeah, a stupid bet.
That whoever wins, both of us get to produce their next album.
Yeah.
That's the most...
Yeah, and if Cookie lose, he get her Hakeem.
But they still win.
Yeah, so yeah,
unless I understood it wrong. I'm going to have to look at it again.
You got it wrong. You got it twisted. You mean to explain it to you?
Please.
So if Lucius wins, he gets Hakeem.
Yeah.
If Hakeem wins, if Frida wins, Lucius get Hakeem. If Hakeem wins, they both get to produce Jamal.
Okay, that's
you got it now?
Yeah.
I had to say it for you kind of slow.
Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do that.
But yeah, it was a dumb bet. They can just come together and squash all that mess and work together as a family.
Yeah, I thought it was, okay.
Both of them bullheaded.
So Hakeem and Jamal is over, I guess they're over at Jamal's house or whatever. They sitting back eating popcorn and hot sauce and some ghettos. They don't know nothing about that hood stuff. Why they doing that? So they eating. And Jamal, you could always tell when he's waddling in his sorrow. Mm-hmm. And he's telling Hakeem about how everything just went way left with mom and dad. I really don't know what I'm going to do. So that goddamn Hakeem was like, look, you were lying. You got Cookie in you and you got Lucius in you. Pull apart both parts and make it your own.
Yeah.
And I was like, ain't that what he tried to do anyway?
Yeah. Well, but them two fools ain't let him do it.
Yeah, so he was like, he was acting like it was some brand new goddamn news. You just tried to do this.
In other words, Hakeem was telling him to do it without their help.
Without their help.
You do it by yourself.
Right. So then, of course, Jamal starts spitting some wisdom to Hakeem about the battle or whatever. He was like, you ready? And, Hakeem was like,
I don't know. I shouldn't have done it.
I shouldn't have done it. But Jamal said, let me tell you, you got to understand that Frida, the girl, can spit. But she's one-dimensional in so many words.
Yeah, she's just straight.
Yeah, you are a performer. You know how to work the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You are a great hype man. You need to use all of that to get the crowd on your side when you battle so that you can have all of that on you. I said,
dude,
that's how you do it. So I said, okay. I don't even want to talk about the Swift Stream stuff. But anyway, I don't trust Mimi. And I don't trust Thirsty.
Yeah.
All of them was sweating bullets. And Lucius signed that freaking contract without looking at it. If it doesn't, I didn't see him looking.
Nah, because he was sweating when he freaking signed it. At least he didn't trust it.
And Thirsty was sweating.
Yeah, Thirsty was sweating too. Matter of fact, Thirsty told him, you know what, you ain't got the money pledge, so you need to back out.
Yeah.
And Lucius was like, no, we're gonna wait for Mimi. Yeah. So, and then Mimi show up all late. And just go
personal problem.
Yeah, personal problem. And show right on up and sign the contract. She ain't read it either. So I think the Swift Stream guy
and Mimi
and all of them is working together to try to take Lucius down. That's what I believe is happening.
I do too.
Because like he said, Lucius need them and they need Lucius.
So then we get to the part where Jamal finally is pitching his song to Pepsi.
Oh heck!
Lucius is already there. Mama walks in. They going at it again.
Yeah, I'm like, can y'all at least be dignified at the Pepsi commercial freaking shoot?
So Jamal was like, both of y'all sit down.
Do this here. They listen to him though.
They listen to him. But as soon as they started doing a performance, Lucius heard his part and was like, see, and then all of a sudden Cookie's part come on. She was like,
yeah.
I was like, got both of y'all, and he killed it.
He killed that song. That song was real nice.
I mean, I don't know if it's something that I would listen to, but it was good.
I like how he merged the beats and the angelic, all that stuff together. That was hot.
Yeah. So, long story short,
he got the gig.
He got it.
Yeah, he got the gig.
Yeah. So Jamal told them, he ain't asked them. He told them, look, both of y'all is gonna produce my next album.
Mm-hmm. But so he don't know they had made that freaking bet.
They made it better, so that's why it went over so easy with them. So Jamal was like, yeah, and I might have to call it black and white or something, but both of y'all gonna do it. I said, well, dirt. And let it do what it do. And so we finally get to the part that all of us been waiting for. The battle.
The freaking 8 Mile battle. Freaking, what else?
Frida.
Yeah.
They start off. I was scared, y'all.
I was scared too. Yeah, I was like, Frida just might get him.
Round 1, Frida killed Hakeem.
Yeah.
I said, Hakeem.
Like, she just killed your dog. She killed your dog.
Then round 2.
Oh, round 2. We lost it when they started playing that freaking Craig Mack 1,000 degrees. You be on your knees. You be begging. Please. Lord, boy, that took me way back.
I wanted to battle Frida at that point.
I wanted to spit some bars then, buddy. That goddamn Craig Mack beat is off the hook.
I said, whoa. So, I was really confused about what Hakeem was doing. Because he started going low, like Chris Brown. And I was like, I don't know if this is going to work for this.
But before you talk about that part, I'm going to say that before we could get to the climax of that right there, that Frida spit the heck out of that song.
Daggone street.
Man, she spit. I was
scared.
I was scared. I said, "Oh, Hakeem, player, the ball game is over."
I said,
pack up your gear. Time to go home because she done killed your dog.
And she was spitting out stuff. Your brother wears a robe.
Who
the queen?
Yeah, your mama need to dip the cookies in the milk
because you crying.
You crying.
The baby lying crying.
Yeah, I was like, I said, what?
Frida, you playing too dirty, man. No.
Yeah, you going all the way in.
But why was Lucius dressed like that though?
Yeah, looking like the Grim Reaper.
I said, really, this is what we doing now, Lucius? Really? You're still the businessman.
Yeah.
I don't need you in there looking like you just escaped, like you just committed. I'm not gonna say that. So
now you can talk about that crazy part.
Yeah, he go low.
I said, what you doing?
Low. And then he does exactly what his brother. They were scared though.
Yeah,
Jamal and Cookie was like,
they were sweating. They thought
he worked that goddamn crowd, got him hyped up. Bars.
Yes.
Then this fool at the end of it, because he know he had killed it, because he even had the crowd screaming, what's my name?
Hakeem.
Hakeem said, I'm just Hakeem without the lion, put a bullet through it.
Thank God. Then that fool got the freaking mic stand and bust the lights out of the lion sign.
I said, Hakeem.
I said, you done lost your mind, boy.
Hakeem.
Ooh.
And he announced from there on, my name is not Hakeem Lion. It's just Hakeem. Frida was sitting over there looking like
she knew she got killed. Then the crowd starts saying to add insult to injury. The freaking crowd starts saying Hakeem without the lion.
Hakeem, no lion.
Hakeem, no lion.
I said,
ooh.
I said, Lucia's gonna shoot up the place.
Ooh.
Then we get this scene that was so freaking pointless. I'm over the celebrity. Look.
Yeah.
I see next week Alicia Keys. I can deal with her because she sings.
Oh, oh my God.
I love it. And her hair was fire.
That's my girl.
Yeah, he loves Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Vivica Fox. She pops up on the scene. What the heck was her name? Candace,
yeah.
And she's Cookie's sister. Why did she look like that?
She looked better the other week when she was on freaking the after show.
Yeah.
When she was talking about 50. Yeah.
Yeah, she fixed whatever she did wrong to her face. She really did fix it.
But I don't know what. Maybe they recorded this before she fixed herself.
I don't think it was her face. I think it was they purposely did this before what?
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah.
So she's telling, evidently her and Cookie don't get along. See, I thought that she was going to have somebody on her team like Carol. But no, them jokers don't get along. So she's telling her, oh, you conveniently pops up whenever you need something. So she was like, no, your sister Carol is on the, And she was like, Carol is Carol. She's a hustler. She's a scam artist. But Carol is good. You just the next person on her list of people to scam. So no, Candace drops the bomb that no, she don't left her kids over at my house with a note that said this is all because of Cookie and Jamel. And then that's when Cookie was like, okay, this is real.
Yeah, we got to go to Philly.
Cookie and Carol got Jamel to knock out old boy's street man.
Yeah.
Now, Jamel is dead too. I'm still not convinced that was Jamel's head, but everybody says it is, so I'm going to go with it.
I don't know.
So yeah, she now says, I need to take a trip to Philly.
I got to go to Philly.
So she needs to go to Philly and see my family, because, my family's family. And I said, what's she about to do? Lucius was loving every bit of it. He said, when I didn't think that this night
could get any worse,
you came and made it better. Gotcha. I said, what is really happening? So Cookie was like, yeah, so many words. Don't come down here looking down on us and all of this stuff just because you don't marry up and don't marry this white man and da-da-da-da. And I was like, what the heck is really happening here?
What's going on?
It really was dumb and nothing to it.
Yeah.
To me. But this the part that confused me.
Last freaking scene.
I don't know where Laura came from, but her and Hakeem were standing outside, saying their goodbyes. He goes to put her in an Uber, and he closed the door, kisses her goodnight. She gives the driver her address of where she wants to go, and all we see is this wig.
Yeah.
And she pulls in the rearview mirror, and it's Boo
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 Kitty driving the Uber.
And told her to buckle up tight.
What's she about to do?
She's trying to kill this child.
Because she prayed. I'm done.
Oh.
I don't understand it. I really didn't like this episode, other than the freaking battle.
The battle was the best part.
Yeah. And the Pepsi commercial.
Yeah.
I could have lived without this
all
episode.
the rest of it was just fillers to get us to that point.
Right.
Actually could have just like boom back to the battle.
Definitely. But y'all, hope y'all enjoy. Hope we didn't bore y'all too bad tonight. You can always tell when we're not really feeling the episode. But thank y'all for rocking out with us again. Yeah. We're going to leave a link to us today on our exciting channel. And we will see y'all next week.
Yep.
Straight from the VA.
The dirty, dirty South.
Here you a 2 up, 2 down. Holla.